If you're watching this video or any of my other videos, the likelihood is relatively high that you are someone who cares about achieving your potential. You're someone who wants to continuously expand into their capability, to continuously improve and evolve from the person they were the day before. And you want to do that for as long as you are capable of doing that, hopefully for the rest of your life. And I do believe that in some ways, most people intuitively feel that same pull, even if they're not conscious of it or aware of it in the same way that you may be. It is human nature to want to expand. It is human nature to want to evolve, to push boundaries, to create, to build, to elevate one's capabilities, abilities, and understanding of self. But the reason that that is so rare is because most people have zero willingness to leave their comfort zone. They have zero willingness to dive into the unknown and take the leaps of faith that are not only beneficial to outlier levels of success and fulfilling, or rather expanding into, the totality of one's potential, but it's required for it. It is a requirement for outlier success and the fulfillment of one's potential. There is no getting to where you want to be. There is no pushing the boundaries of what you believe yourself to be capable of. There is no looking back on what you've accomplished and thinking, I can't believe I had that in me. There was more than I thought possible of myself, and yet I did it. Without that willingness to step out of the comfort zone. And that's the bare minimum requirement, when really what it takes is a full embrace of the unknown. And it takes a multitude of leaps of faith over and over and over again. Because when you are looking to live as an exceptional human being and to live an exceptional life, that requires exceptional commitment and exceptional faith in yourself and in your journey. There are going to be times where you will think, what have I gotten myself into? Why did I do this? You're going to feel senses of doubt and uncertainty and fear. But the reality is that all people who have reached great heights in their journey, who have achieved exceptional results, who we look to as figures of inspiration and emulation, they all have thought and felt this way, even at their current point where you think that they're the pinnacle, or at least significant degrees beyond you in the journey. They still think and feel doubt and fear and hesitation and question whether or not they're capable. But the difference that separates them from pretty much everybody else is they don't allow those thoughts and feelings to hold them back. They act in spite of them. Whereas most people never get around to learning how to do that. They accept what is familiar, what is comfortable, even though the likelihood is almost certainly that their sense of familiarity and their sense of comfort is not what they need to thrive. It's the antithesis of what they need to thrive. It's the sacrifice of who they could be to live in the comfort of what they feel they can handle and what they think they have capacity for, when the truth is that they can handle and have the capacity for more than they could ever imagine. And so these outliers of accomplishment, they have these same thoughts, they have these same feelings, but the way in which they respond to those thoughts and feelings is what is exceptional. And thus, the life they lead, who they become, the results they generate are exceptional. Because they would rather fail in pursuit of their idea of greatness than never attempt to pursue it in the first place, because to them, that is the one and only true failure that really exists. And so if you desire to be an exceptional human being, to live an exceptional life, to create success for yourself, however you define it, you have to internalize this concept, this philosophy. And you have to understand that the only way for courage to be exercised is in the presence of what holds most people back. There is no courage without a sense of doubt. There is no courage without a sense of fear. There is no courage without a sense of hesitation, because courage, by definition and by nature, is acting in spite of those thoughts, in spite of those feelings. And if you do not have them, there is no space for courage to be acted on, because fear is a necessary component to executing on a sense of courage and acting courageously. And so even though everybody likes to say you need to take risks, you need to be willing to bet on yourself, the only one who can bring a better future into the experienced reality is you. When it comes time to actually act on that and not talk about it, most people fall silent and they never take the first step on the path. And it's through taking that first step that you separate yourself from almost everybody. And it is continuing to take steps that you are allowing yourself permission to reach the heights of greatness, to reach the heights of your potential. And so at some point, you need to decide what type of person you're going to be, because everybody comes at this crossroads at some point in their life. And it isn't usually one defining moment. It's just a gradual dispelling of the possibility that a dream can come into existence. It's either you make the commitment that's required to go all in on what you know you need to live in total alignment with your sense of fulfillment and your sense of greater purpose, or you continuously decide to play it safe and watch the time and energy and life force that you have to commit to that slowly evaporate away until one day you wake up and you no longer have enough left to bring the dream into fruition, even if you wanted to. And so act on what you feel is required. Even if you don't know what exact actions to take, you need to act in the direction that you feel you need to go, because it's the only way to gain the clarity necessary and the skill necessary and the expertise necessary to facilitate the vision and make it more than a vision, make it your experienced reality, your experienced life. Don't allow yourself to be part of the herd, part of the group, part of the crowd who allows that potential to slowly slip away like sand through their fingers, because they never took the opportunity to fully commit to their potential, and because they never made the decision to fully commit to faith in themselves and their capability. Much love, as always. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.